We've got about 2.5 minutes left to trade. The SPX is down about 0.75% as we approach the close. I'm going to start with the KBW Banks Index. It is down more than the market. It's down 1.6%. As you can see, that did start to soften quite noticeably in the morning on those comments from Maxine Waters. I bring it up because if we now flip to the SPX intraday, you can see how we did start selling off in the morning, and the banks really played a part in that. Now, what also played a part in the market today was Brexit and the British pound. If we now look at the British pound intraday, it got its most notable lift up after about 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. You can see that towards the end of that chart. That positivity on the news that Theresa May had sold her Brexit deal to her cabinet allowed the markets here to rally a bit as well. If we look at the SPX again, you'll see that rally towards the end that took us off the lows. What does this all mean? All four indices as we approach the close down about 0.8, 0.9% or so, 0.7 on the SPX, as you can see. So we're just off the lows, but we are clearly red across all of those indices as we approach the close. Bob Pisani joins me now. We've got the sectors as well to show as we bring in Bob. Banks very much at the bottom, communication services towards the top, but it's not a pretty day in terms of the sector performance.
No, and
only a couple in the green.
On the surface, it's a little confusing. So the market was drifting lower late in the morning when Maxine Waters came out with the comments, and now we have to deal with the simple question: how much is regulatory risk a part of the factors that we need to deal with in the stock market? So remember, it's the Fed inflation, number one, and number two, China and China tariffs. Those are the things that move the markets. Is regulatory risk also now considered with the dollar as ancillary risks? The market seems to indicate that. Healthcare stocks, for example, like United Healthcare, all also dropped when Waters made her comments. Now, why would that be? Well, those are another sector, healthcare, that could be potentially part of regulatory risk. It seems like a little bit of a stretch, frankly. But
it's only one House of Congress. It's not all the appointments.
That's exactly
even
right.
The president's
exactly
made. No one in the executives changed.
Exactly right. But you saw the market reaction. You also saw an outsized reaction about after May came out with their comments. The markets, I think, were drifting. That took a long time. You were on that cabinet meeting. 5 hours was that meeting?
5.5.
Yeah, and the markets were saying, what's going on? It doesn't look good. And I think that was an additional factor in why the market dropped. And you could see how quickly it turned around. Right after you were on at 210 with that announcement, the market turned around right exactly at 210.
It certainly did. We'll still have to see if that holds. A lot of speculation, of course, that there's more hurdles to come for the Prime Minister. Just quickly, Apple as well, a big factor today.
Yes, a continuing decline in the Apple suppliers. Qorvo did not have good things to say. SWK also did not have a very good day.
We are at the lows of the close, but we are certainly down 0.8% on the SPX, and for the Dow down 205 points. Ring the bell here, the big board, SAP at the Nasdaq. Phase Biopharmaceuticals, that does it for the first hour of the closing bell.